Hey, hello everyone, PallyTime here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to League of Legends. I've been promising you guys a solo commentary for what feels like weeks now. Unfortunately, I felt really crappy for most of July. Spent a lot of it resting, trying not to work through it, trying to take care of myself. You guys know how hard that is for me though. But we're back, and I'm feeling like $1 million. I don't know how long this is going to last, so I'm just going to keep running with it for as long as I can. During my downtime, I was practicing a lot of characters in the middle lane, but gravitated towards Ekko for most of my time. He's a melee assassin and is super fun to play. I absolutely love his play style. He's like teleporting around all the time, rewinding time to save himself, and potentially setting up some pretty big crowd control plays for his team all at the same time. I am not an expert at this character by any means. You guys know that, just in case there's anyone new here. I suppose I should set my expectation for what we're trying to accomplish with this series. I'm just trying to learn and show off as many characters as I can. And then in our ranked duo queue series, I'm taking those characters, really practicing them, really nailing down a few champions, and then trying to climb with those. So these are totally separate things. Anyway, intro too long. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoy the gameplay. We'll be back again soon. This is going to happen again. We'll do this again, I promise. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on Summoner's Rift today. We're going to go for a Corrupting Potion as well as a Stealth Ward for our first buy. That Corrupting Potion going to give us a lot of sustain in lane as well as a little extra damage if we use it in the middle of a conflict. The friendly team today is Fiora, Lilia. Did I say that right? I think I did. Ekko, Kai'Sa, and Sona. The enemy team, Volibear, Lee Sin, Veigar, Tristana, and Senna. We're going to put a point in our queue first. This is like a boomerang attack. We send it out. It comes back to us, dealing damage both ways. If we do hit an enemy with it, I believe they are going to be slowed as well, which is quite nice for landing the rest of our stuff. Our W ability is the Parallel Convergence. This is a circle we put on the ground. You can see it has a pretty long range. This circle will slow enemies once it's activated or stun them if I'm in the circle. If I'm in the circle as well, we're also going to get a pretty beefy shield as the game progresses. Our E ability is Phase Dive, allows us to dash a short distance, and then actually lets our next auto attack gap close onto whatever we're auto attacking. So it's quite a lot of mobility. Our ultimate allows us to rewind time, return to where we were 4 seconds ago, and also heal ourselves. Now, what we're really playing around is our trait, Z Drive Resonance. Let me go ahead and hit something. You can see it gets a rune underneath, a little circle underneath it. If we hit it again, it gets a little bit bigger. If we hit it again, it bursts for extra damage. That allows us to really stack up a lot of bursts on a single target in the right situation. And I'm pushing a little too hard into Veigar here, but I feel like I already started. So whatever, we'll just let that go to tower and figure the rest out. So we're going to be maxing our Q first, and I want to just stress that I am no Ekko master. I am just trying to simply show you what I've learned over the last few weeks. Report in, this is my progress report, and hopefully eventually I get pretty good at this character. When the first melee minion of the second wave dies, we hit level 2. Normally, this is my cue to be very aggressive, but as you can see with Veigar sitting under tower, that becomes a little bit harder to do. He is going to gain access to a stun field pretty soon. I kind of thought he would already have it. That's kind of why I backed out there. I thought we were going to be hit with that really early on. Dancing around Veigar stuff can be very annoying, and Lee Sin on the enemy team is quite scary as well. Well, if you're going to push up this far, my dude. Unfortunately, I messed up with that auto attack. We do manage to dodge the rest of the stuff inside of his stun field. If we touch the sides, it's like that game Operation, you know what I'm talking about? You're just dead. That's what that game's about, right? It's about surgery malpractice. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. All right, so our jungler seems to be clearing pretty well, in position for Scuttle, ready to go, waiting for it to spawn. Lee Sin, I believe, starts red, so he's going to be on my right side right now, which is another good reason for me to be standing over here on the left. Perfect. Very happy with that. Let's go ahead and use our dash to get out of that and put another point into our queue. I am playing too far forward. Vygar is a farming character. We want to be putting a lot of pressure on him when we can, not a lot of pressure on his minion wave when we can. That's his Q ability, and now that he's used that, we can jump in for a lot of bonus damage. Unfortunately, getting slightly too close to that tower, that son of a bitch. But we might be able to do it again soon as well. Now, for my masteries, I did go for Electrocute, which allows us to deal even more burst damage on a third hit if we do it in quick succession. However, Electrocute is on cooldown right now. You can see that just above my teleport bar. We got the... we got his flash. He got mine too, though. Almost got the kill. Was really excited about that dash forward. Once we hit level 6, our tower dive is going to be fucking hilarious. But until then, we do have to treat towers with at least a little bit of respect. Now, he's completely out of mana. This is actually a great position for us to be in because that means he's not stacking up his Q. So if I can keep him here, if I can stop him from leaving, that's going to be great. However, the fact that we see Lisa in top, okay. I was going to say, the fact that we used our teleport is actually pretty sketchy and something I should be very concerned about versus an enemy Lee Sin. And by teleport, I meant flash, obviously. That's obviously what I meant, okay? My CS is still not great, but let me tell you, I see comments all the time. Your CS is bad. You should aim for 10 per minute. I see comments like that on every fucking video. Well, let me throw another scenario at you. Let's say you're a chef and your cooking's bad, and I just fucking tell you to cook like Gordon Ramsay. That doesn't do you any fucking good at all, does it? I'm working on it, boys. That's all. I'm working on it. Vygar also has teleport, so it's not like we're going to have a ton of time without him here. But I do want this lane pushing into me, so I don't want to clear those minions. Let's let that pile up. We'll last hit this one. It's about to die. Let's just let these pile up and kind of come towards us. With my first back, I did buy a blasting rod that's just going to give us some flat ability power. That does build into a very important item for us, but as of right now, we're just using it for that 40 ability power increase. Our spells actually get crazy low cooldowns as the game progresses, so once we start hitting like level 7, we become quite the force to be reckoned with. Not going to be able to pop the electrocute there, but we do get the minion on the way back. Now that I'm level 6, you can actually see my trail showing you where I will recall to. And that's kind of the normal combo, by the way. Dash in, get an auto attack, hit a Q, and land another auto attack. That is literally my entire strategy for bullying people out of lane as fast as I can. Vygar wants to fight under tower. You can see that there. He wants that stocked up where he can easily last hit it. While it's under tower, let's try to be productive on the map. I was hoping the enemy bottom lane was pushing up a little bit. Oh, they are. They are pushing up a little bit. I feel like I wasted a little too much time, though. I was a little wishy-washy with that one. Vygar gets a crazy burst combo at level 6, so we actually do need to respect that quite a lot. I feel like he knows it too. He's looking for a scenario where he can pull that off. We did hit him with 1 Q there. We can dash in for another hit. He puts his stun field under the tower. We dodge the Q as well. We're on cooldown with electrocute. I'm about to go. Step up, Vygar. Do it. You won't. You won't. Coward. You won't. I mean, he really should. I'm playing way too far forward. Lee Sin should be punishing me a lot more, but I'm very thankful that so far anyway, he is not. Let's just throw out a Q, get the triple proc on that. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so far we are actually slightly ahead of a platinum Ekko player's CS, which feels kind of good. I think it's mainly because Vygar isn't pressuring me in any way, and the jungle is also not pressuring me in any way. However, I would love to be involved in some more kills if we can make that happen. There have been 7 kills for the friendly team on the map. Senna Tristana is pretty hard to gank, though. Our jungler is on the way, so maybe I'll give it a go. I'll give it a good old college try. Without boots, this can be really difficult to do. Tristana is the first thing scouted, and it looks like they're going to be backing away after that. Well, I'll help get this scuttle. We can at least control that a little bit. Lee Sin is in the game, right? Yes, he is level 5. Did he just show up in the bottom lane? I swear to God. Let's put a slow field down right here. See how they want to react to that. Give myself a little bit of a shield as well. Vigar is missing, so he's likely heading for us at the same time. We don't want to get sandwiched here if we can avoid it, but I do want to help her get that. Little bit of warding happening as well, but our control ward picks up on that right away. Vigar could potentially catch me with that stun of his around this corner, but it looks like he's not doing that. We spent a little time away from lane, but we're still going to be able to pick up a lot of the money that lane did have. Yeah, unfortunately, just kind of walking around back and forth in the river is not the best use of my time. Looks like the enemy team is going to be picking up that dragon as well. Bot lane not reacting to this at all. Actually, they are, but a little bit too slow. I'll see if I can get this under tower and then try to respond. Looks like a couple of them actually retreating out of the top. Another control ward going down right here. I'm just going to attack it on my way down. Looks like most of this fighting's a little out of my reach. I need to know what I can and cannot travel to, and without boots, getting to anything can be quite hard. Maybe I should have gotten boots a little bit earlier. Maybe that's a misplay on my part. Vigar is moving up to try to look at me a little bit. Not using his Q on me, though. Saving that for last hitting, it seems. We have a pretty good amount of money. We have our wave pushing into tower. Let's see if we can back and return before Vigar does anything. He's out of mana, so he's likely doing the same thing right now. Let's go ahead and buy some sorcerer shoes as well as a ruby crystal. That ruby crystal is going to be built into a Hextech alternator. Ultimately, we're trying to complete our Hextech rocket belt pretty fast in this game. The sooner I can get that, the better. However, I've been wasting a long time just walking around, not doing too much of anything. So unfortunately, throughout most of July, I was feeling really, really crummy. I wanted to hit League of Legends with a lot of momentum and make a lot of videos for it and kind of come in with a bang, hopefully get you guys excited about the content. Unfortunately, I just physically could not do that, which is really shitty. However, in my downtime, I was playing quite a lot of Ekko, trying to get him video ready. So an episode like this, we're talking about 30 games leading into this at least to get my skill up to a somewhat decent par. At least I think I'm at a somewhat decent par. Lee Sin moving in for the bottom lane. Tristana doing the same thing. We can meet Tristana with a Q of ours, hit her with a couple auto attacks, and hopefully finish her off as well. I'm going to put a slow field in the middle of the lane here. Now looking at Cinna, trying not to chase after that Tristana. I have faith in my team for picking that up. We'll go ahead and get that Cinna kill, start rotating back down. Vigar's still not paying too much attention to us. Lee Sin is diving under tower, picking up the kill on Kaisa, though. We can slow Lee Sin around this corner. If he engages on me, I'm going to recall back onto his Vigar. We don't have that recall anymore. These guys are slowed. Let's just keep them back. We did pretty good kiting here. I'm pretty proud of this so far. One thing I could have done is actually flash into tower there just to get Lee Sin a little bit more tower damage, and we may have been able to finish him off. But we got a rotation. We got 1 kill, 1 assist. I feel great about that. Let's finish our Hextech thing and immediately teleport back to the middle lane. We don't want to lose any momentum at all here. And we're literally going to run it down at Vigar. Let me put this down right here. Use my potion, flash, engage super hard, just try to do as much fucking damage as I can and get this guy out of lane. I want all of this CS for me. Thank you very much. Now that might have been a little more of an aggressive play than I should have done without having my teleport, but sometimes it's about sending a message, and that was one of them. Lee Sin missing. I feel terrible about that, so let's try to get some more vision down. Unfortunately, I don't have my pink ward, but I do have that. Now, Vigar is going to be able to buy as he goes back. We should try to pay attention to his items and make sure he doesn't come back with a shit ton of burst damage. He may be able to actually complete his starter item. I'm not too sure at the moment. He opted to go to the top lane, which means I'm going to get a free plate here. If not more, I got a couple more auto attacks in me. Senna firing her ult off at the bottom lane. Let's just go ahead and throw a Q into this. A couple auto attacks on the follow-up. We can clear lanes so crazy fast now. Vigar still up top means we might actually get enough pressure for another plate. I don't know where Lee Sin is. Oh, come on. Lee Sin currently dead. Let's dash back in, deal bonus damage with that dash. That's another plate there. That's a lot of bonus gold we got just because we chose to run at Vigar immediately when we got back to lane. That feels pretty good. Boss is going to be up in 44 seconds. So, excuse me, Dragon. He's going to be up in 44 seconds. So I'm going to try to go back and see if I can get a little bit more power. Now, we do have enough gold for the Hextech Rocket Belt. This is huge. This allows us to not only dash, but also, you know, deal damage with that dash. We reset our auto attack timer at the same time though. So we can use our E to phase dive, teleport to an enemy, hit him with that free auto attack from the teleport, immediately use the Hextech Rocket Belt to then auto attack again, staying on top of the target, and then Q for our instant electrocute, instant detonation of our passive. It's a pretty strong setup. Unfortunately, stunned here. He didn't play off of that in any way, which is very good for me. In 5 seconds, we might try going back in on Vigar to see if we can show this combo off. Lee Sin is moving in the bottom lane, trying to pick off our support, but Kai'Sa engaging super hard. This should be a free dragon here as well. I'm actually going to get this started for the team. We have 4 members down in the bottom lane. This should be absolutely easy, and our jungler actually picking up a triple kill there is fantastic as well. Vigar not responding to be missing in the middle lane right now, so we're looking pretty good, and that's going to be our first dragon of the game. Second to be killed though. The enemy team did get the first one. A little bit of vision here does spot us. I'm just going to kill this while I'm waiting for that stun field to go away. It doesn't make any sense for me to try to engage through that. However, Vigar moving up now. There's our burst damage. We stay in and then teleport away right before his ult falls down on top of us. Actually, I don't think that's his ult. I don't think his ult is the slow one. Lee Sin now emerging. We're just going to dash to the side of that, slow him down as he's moving towards us as well. And I think, you know what? I think I'm just going to see myself out. I think I'm going to return to the base. I feel pretty good about our time here. What I'm going to try to purchase is a Sheen. This is 700 gold, and what it does is every time we cast a spell, our next auto attack deals bonus damage. Because we have a spell that enables us to auto attack, it's actually super duper strong. It's a great item to put into Ekko's kit, but it's with every skill, right? After using an ability, oh, it does have a slight cooldown. Okay, it does have a slight cooldown. Looks like Fiora moving into the middle lane. Tristana trying to jump back for dear life. Vigar is going to give her that stun field to get a little more distance. Vigar still hanging out here. We have our ult in just a moment. I'm thinking about using that again to just dive him right away. Really make him feel like he can't farm. Lee Sin looking towards us, does have his Q still. Fiora's starting to move back towards us. I'm just gonna dip over this wall. I feel like I need to ward more. Let me just, we'll counter their vision with our own vision. Lee Sin missing, dash is up. I'm gonna use it. He's waiting for it though, you see that? He wants that stun field. He's trying to play around that. Don't let him have it. That's our burst damage. We're chilling. I could teleport back on that if I really felt confident. If he stands on top of it, I might. There's the burst. Back out. I think we just got his flash. Lee Sin ganking from the bottom. I'm glad I put that word down. Glad I put that word down. It may not be worth losing my ult for that, but I don't know. I feel like we're scaring him, and that's kind of valuable. Lee Sin does have 1 activation of our trait on him. What are you thinking? Thank you for the free gold, Lee Sin. Thank you. Unfortunately, Senna did root me, and I rooted our jungler at the same time. Vigar looking pretty killable. We do have our rocket belt off cooldown. I'm tempted. Let's put a slow field down right here and then see how it plays out. Nothing happened. Nothing happened from that slow field. Actually, Vigar moved into it. I think I could have killed that. If I had my ultimate, I would be a lot more confident here. Let's use our last potion stack. Friendly team picking up a kill on Volibear, who is in our jungle. We're distracting so much of the enemy team here. We're pulling so much of their attention away from that. Let's just fucking leave. And, sorry, guys, I didn't see anything. It was so fast. Top lane has a massive push heading into that second tower. The enemy team really needs to respond to that at some point. We're going to go ahead and grab a Aether Wisp. This builds into the Lich Bane, which is our end goal here. We see Lee Sin potentially... I can teleport there, right? It's after 14 minutes. Oh, he's not going in. Okay. I'm going to save my teleport for the time being. Because they're just moving into a pretty easily accessible building, I'll be able to cut them off at the pass, no problem. We have Chrono Break back off cooldown, which means I can go in aggressively and dive someone. I don't know if Senna knows how much damage I can do. She did just miss her root against us there. Let's try to get some more CS here. Okay, dragon in 1 minute. I do want to get some vision down for that. Our jungler coming in does have Rift Herald, might opt to just throw it down immediately. Bottom lane is backing and peeing quite a lot. That I think they're a little worried about what the enemy is doing. I'm going to try to get this scuttle. There's a huge fight in middle lane, but I kind of excel at picks and quick engagements off in side lanes, so jumping into a whole enemy team is kind of scary. If I could set up a good stun, it could be good, though. Don't get me wrong. There's our rocket belt damage. Very pleased with that. However, I am just going to have to walk away. Now, we got out of there so quickly because when we land our trait, when we land that combo, and it's actually giving us a very hefty movement speed increase as well. So in lane, you can like use your E, proc your trait, and then just back up. As long as you get 3 hits in, you're usually pretty safe to back up. Lee Sin hitting me with another Q. I'm going to dash him even further back, rewind back into him because that damage literally didn't exist in my world. And now that oh, actually, hold on. Ult's going down. Okay. I was literally about to leave. Wow, jungler diving over under tower, getting godlike there as well. We're in a pretty commanding position at the moment. As that Rift Herald does hit the tower, it's still alive. It's still hold on, I can't leave. Hold on, I'll stay. I wanted to back, but we need to guarantee that we get this inhibitor, especially with this thing that is that healthy. That's actually kind of nuts. Really, team does manage to wait. It's still going. It's still going. I have some potions. It's not a ton. Wow. Did we get 3 fucking towers and an inhibitor with that? Absolutely ridiculous. Uh-oh. 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 Walked in that Vigar stun wall. I'm not interested in that. I'm going to see myself out. Dragon is up. However, the enemy team is mostly reinforced. All of them are alive again, so they might be moving for this dragon as well. However, Ekko's also played as a jungler, so I can pretty comfortably just kind of move in, take this stuff. There's really not a lot of challenge with clearing out the enemy team's jungle. And now with that blue buff, I can afford to actually stick around a little bit more and maybe push the side lanes. Our jungler is going for the dragon. Let's see if we can help out with that. Meanwhile, there's a lot going on in the middle lane. Fiora picking up a triple kill underneath that tower. This is looking like a pretty cemented win at the moment, which feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. I am going to back and I think teleport up to the top lane as soon as I buy my Lich Bane. With the Lich Bane in hand, our burst damage goes through the roof, but it's also giving us passive ability haste, so we can do our entire combo even more often. We're literally like getting the best of both worlds right now. Okay, as this moves into tower, with our E ability, we also deal bonus damage to buildings as well. When I really get in a split push mood, I like to build this Nashor's Tooth on top of the Lich Bane because it gives you increased auto attack speed and just allows you to do a bunch of siege damage so fast. It's actually kind of ridiculous. 3 members of the enemy team trying to group up on me right now. Let me just go ahead and put that down right there. I'm going to rotate into it as well, just in case they were continuing to push. That could have potentially stunned anyone that was chasing after me. I'm also going to steal red and see myself out. Thank you very much. Jumping over with that red thing to get to safety. Wow, that was so nice of Volibear to just give that to me. That was so nice of him to do that. Wow, thank you, Volibear. Volibear back for seconds, though, does scout me out with a ward that he placed into that bush. Let me go ahead and ping that for our support so they know it's there. No big objectives up on the map or anything right now. Senna is off to the side. I might be able to burst that down. No, she has Lisa in by her. Over the wall, into the invisibility. How long does it last? For fucking ever. That's how long it lasts. Holy crap. Vigar stepping up in front of our entire team is going to be forced to reposition pretty quickly. We have really good tower damage, though. And now, I'm just going to focus the core. Focus the core. Hit the building. That's my prerogative. It seems like they're distracting him pretty well down there. So yeah, that's Ekko. I don't think I played him perfect or anything. This has probably been the result of, if I had to guess, 30 games. I think I said that earlier as well, so I'm going to stick to that number. It is not a difficult character to get used to, but for some reason, sometimes I can't quite get the wheels spinning on him, so I'm still trying to work out the kinks, but obviously that was a pretty phenomenal game. Our team ended up with 51,000 gold to the enemy team's 38,000 gold. I think we're definitely going to GG our Kai'Sa. She was popping off that game. 15 kills. Not bad at all. We got an A+. I feel pretty good about that. The damage a little lower than I was expecting it to be. I have to be honest with you. But that just kind of happens to me sometimes. I feel like I was going in and getting some pretty effective kills, but yeah, maybe I was macroing a little too much. Maybe I wasn't involved in a lot of those team fights. So this is what I've been working on. It's still got a lot of work to go. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And we'll be back in League of Legends very soon.